This is a setup I used last week with my first grade classes, and it was perfect for efficient classes and limited takedown and setup. It worked really well, especially with very limited transition time between classes. Essentially, I set up a perimeter of spots, one spot for each student, and then I put a square of cones down, and I fill that square with hula hoops. The first thing we do when the students come in, their instant activity is they line up behind the hula hoops and they just jump across through the hula hoops, working on their jumping and landing, trying not to hit the hoops. Once they get to the opposite side, they circle back around and repeat. We do that for about 2 minutes. The students go back to their square. We talk about tag team fitness. Tag team fitness for me is when students work with partners. One partner does one activity while the other does a second activity. In this instance, one partner jogs around the cones 2 times while the other partner jumps from hula hoop to hula hoop, trying to jump into as many hula hoops as possible before their partner finishes 2 laps. After the 2 laps, the partners switch and they do the opposite. And this goes on for about 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Following that, they go back to their spot with a partner. So the partners go to the spots on the perimeter. Now we're going to go into some throwing, underhand throwing. And we do a game called hula hoop hunting, or the hunt for the hula hoops. And they take turns with a beanbag first, throwing from a spot into the hula hoops. If their beanbag lands inside the hula hoop, they get to keep the hula hoop, take it back to their spot, and they take turns doing that until all the hula hoops are gone. They count their hula hoops, and one thing I like to do is ask, did anybody make a rainbow with their hula hoops? Meaning they got all the colors of the rainbow, and if they do, I give them a bonus point. Once we're finished with that, one partner puts the beanbag back and exchanges the beanbag for a yarn ball or a fleece ball. And we're going to do the same thing. The other partner sets up the hula hoops again, so I'm not setting them back up. The other partner does, and they do a really good job with this after the first couple of times. They're very good at setting it up just like it looks now. Now, before we do the next round, we kind of talk about what a hypothesis is. I ask the students, which do you think is more challenging, the beanbag or the yarn ball? Which do you think is going to be more challenging? And I take some guesses, and they have to support their hypothesis with a reason why. So we have some good conversation about that. Then we practice. We do the experiment, taking turns, rolling or throwing the yarn ball in, whatever they prefer. If it goes in, take the hula hoop. If it doesn't, give it to your partner. He or she gets a turn. Following that, the other partner puts back the hula hoops, while one partner trades the yarn ball in for a disc. And we, again, talk about what is more challenging. What do they think is going to be more challenging, the disc, the yarn ball, or the beanbag? And every time someone answers, they have to support their answer with a reason why. And then we finally do the experiment. When all the hula hoops are gone, we set it back up again, put the hula hoops away, and we just kind of process the class, and then it's time to line up and go. And the classes and the setup is there still for the next group that comes in. Wash, rinse, repeat. Give it a shot. Oh, and I also like to hear how you could use this same setup. I guarantee there are so many things you could do with this same setup. There you have it.